Are you preparing for IELTS speaking test but worried about making mistakes that could cost you precious band points? Well, you are not alone. Most of the candidates lose marks not because they lack English but because of avoidable mistakes. In this video, I will reveal 10 most common IELTS speaking mistakes with real examples and show you how to fix them immediately so that you can impress the examiner and boost your score. So let's jump right in. Mistake number one is giving very short answers, being too brief, giving one word answer. You have to give extended answers with reasons. So how you can fix it? You have to follow pre-formula. What is pre-formula? P means point, R means reasons, and E means examples. Like for example, if the examiner asks you, what do you do in your free time? So instead of giving one word answer, reading, you have to give an extended response. So what should be the response? In my free time, I enjoy reading novels, especially mystery stories, because they keep me engaged and help me relax. So you are giving point, what do you do, reason for it, and also an example. Do you prefer mornings or evenings? So what should be your response? I prefer evenings because I feel more relaxed after finishing my work. An example should be I usually go for a walk or spend time with my family in evening. So the tip here is always expand your answers with reasons, examples, and details. So no one word answer. You have to follow the pre-formula. First, you have to give the main answer, the main point, yes, no, or what is the main answer. Then you have to give reasons for that, why you choose it, and then an example. So remember, you have to follow pre-formula. Mistake number two is using memorized answer because examiners are trained to spot memorized answer. Memorized answer appear to be too formal, unnatural, and doesn't match the question. If you use memorized chunks that don't directly answer the question, your fluency and coherence scores drops. You might get stuck if an examiner asks a follow-up question because your memorized script doesn't fit into it. Like for example, if an examiner asks you, do you like music? And you are answering a memorized answer in this way. Music has always been an integral part of human civilization. Since ancient times, people have enjoyed melodies for relaxation and cultural identity. This sounds like a written essay, not a spoken natural language. Okay, listen to me here. It's not too bad to learn some good phrases, structures, collocations, as long as you can use them flexibly and with different combinations. Like, for example, phrases like, I'm really into, to be honest, I prefer, what I like about it is, in future, I would like to. So you can prepare some phrases, collocations, structures, but you have to use them flexibly with different combinations. Don't memorize the answer as such because examiners can spot that memorized answer and your coherence and fluency scores drops. Mistake number three is speaking too fast or too slow. If you are speaking too fast, it seems to be unnatural and hard to follow. You might lose coherence and you mispronounce words because examiner has to check your language ability and it is difficult for the examiner to follow you. So if you are speaking too fast, you answer in this way. In my free time, I like to read books and play football. You seems to be nervous. You're speaking too fast. It's not good. And if you're speaking too slow and take a lot of pauses, it means that you are translating in your head and also it sounds like you are not fluent. Like, for example, you are speaking in this way, I like music because, so it questions your fluency. You are not fluent. So you have to keep a moderate pace, clear, smooth, and easy to follow. And you have to take natural pauses also. So hope you can fix it. You can record yourself and listen to it, whether you sound too rushed or too slow. Breathe naturally. Don't run out of breath. You have to give a proper importance to intonation, stress patterns in a sentence so that you sound natural, not robotic. So, what are the points here? Speaking too fast, it is difficult for the examiner to follow you. Speaking too slow, it questions your fluency. So, you have to keep a moderate pace that is clear, smooth, and easy to follow. Mistake number 4 is using wrong verb tenses. It can affect your grammar range and accuracy. Like, for example, if you use mixed tenses, examiner may get confused about when something happened. Like, for example, if you do frequent errors, you can get a 5 to 5.5 band. And if you get minor or occasional errors, you can get from 5.5 to 6.5 band. And if you are using accurate tense, you can get 7.5 band, hopefully. So some of the common tense mistakes in IELTS are, let's look into it. Talking about the past using present tense. Last year, I visited Spain. Last year, I visited Spain. It's correct. Talking about habits using past tense. Whenever you are talking about habits, you have to use present tense. I was usually waking up early every day. No, it's wrong. I usually wake up early every day. Talking about the future without future tense. Next year I go abroad. No, it's wrong. Next year I will go abroad. This one is correct. And next year I am planning to go abroad. This is also correct. Confusing perfect tenses. I am living here since 2010. No, it's wrong. I have been living here since 2010. So these are the main common mistakes candidates do in IELTS speaking exams. You have to avoid these kind of verb tense mistakes. You have to practice switching tenses. You have to listen to the question. If there is did in the question, you have to use past tense. If there is do in the question, you have to use present tense. And if there is will in the question, you have to use future tense. You have to practice switching tenses in one answer. Like, for example, I am giving you one example, look into it. Do you enjoy traveling? Yes, I enjoy traveling. This is present tense. Last year, I went to Spain. It's past. And in the future, I would love to visit Europe. Yes, it's future tense. So, in this particular answer, there are three tenses used. So, you have to practice switching tenses in the same answer. You have to learn time markers. Like, for example, yesterday, last week, you have to use past tense. Always, usually, every day, you have to use present tense. Tomorrow, next year, soon, you have to use future tense. So you have to learn tenses in speaking. Mistake number 5 is avoiding complex sentences and only using simple sentences. IELTS examiners are trained to check if you can use a range of grammatical structures, not just only simple, short sentences. Okay, look into it. I have prepared two examples for you. You can also compare and match these two examples. Look into it. If you say, I like reading, it is fun, I read every night, this shows limited range and you can get only 5.5 band to 6 band. But if you say, I like reading, especially in the evenings because it helps me relax after a busy day. Now it's a complex natural sentence and you can get band 7. So you can compare these two sentences. You have to use complex structure, complex sentences, not only just simple sentences. Okay. So there are many ways you can make complex sentences by using linking words. Like, for example, even if, although, because of, as soon as, you can use these words in a sentence to make it complex. Like, for example, I prefer tea because it keeps me more energetic than coffee. So you can use linking words within a sentence to make it complex. You can also make complex sentences by adding relative clauses like who, what, where, that in a sentence. Like, for example, I enjoy meeting people who share same interest as me. The city where I live is famous for its food. You can also use conditional sentences to make it more complex. Like, for example, if I have free time on weekends, I usually go hiking. You can also use although, even though for contrast. Like, for example, although I am quite busy these days, but I try to read at least 10 pages before bed. So, what is the conclusion? You have to use complex structures as well. Mistake number 6 is being too formal or too casual. If you are too formal, examiner may think that you have memorized the answer and it appears to be unnatural. Like, for example, in this example, you can see it seems to be too formal and unnatural. Look into it. Music has been an indispensable aspect of human civilization, offering emotional relief and cultural enrichment. You can use this in written, but not in spoken language. You also need not to be too informal. It seems to be like you are not serious about it, using text language or slangs. Avoid these kind of languages. Like, for example, look into this example. Yeah, I'm kinda into music. Like it's super cool stuff. This seems to be a bit non-serious, and examiner may doubts your lexical resource. You have to use clear, polite, and natural English. For example, in this example, you can look, it appears to be very natural. Yes, I really enjoy music. I often listen to soft rock music because it helps me relax after a busy day. So, what you have to do, you have to avoid essay style phrases, you have to avoid slangs or informal language. You have to speak in a very clear, natural English. Mistake number 7 is not using enough vocabulary variety. Examiners assess your lexical resource, your accuracy and range of words. If you use the same words again and again, like happy, very, good, your vocabulary range seems to be limited. So you have to use variety, synonyms, you have to use precision, right words at the right place, and also natural collocations. Look into these two examples I have prepared for you. Yes, I like traveling. It's very good because I can see good places and meet good people. Now, another one, it's better. Yes, I really enjoy traveling. It's exciting because I get to explore new cultures and try local cuisines, which is always a memorable experience. So, there are some strategies you can follow to improve your vocabulary. You can prepare vocabulary according to the themes like home, study, work, food, any other hobbies. You can prepare vocabulary according to these themes. Like if you are preparing for food, food is mouth-watering, delicious, yummy, spicy. And if you are preparing for weather, humid, chilly, scorching, unpredictable, so you have to prepare words according to the themes. You can use synonyms, like for example, instead of saying I would like to, you can use these kind of phrases. I'm really into, I'm passionate about, I'm keen on, I find it fascinating. You can also add natural collocations in your speech, like, for example, heavy rain, strong coffee. In this way, you can improve your vocabulary. Mistake number 8 is panicking if you don't know the answer. Many of the IELTS candidates panic if they don't know the answer. You are not being tested on knowledge, you are tested on English ability. So keep in mind, you are being tested on fluency, grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, not on your knowledge. Remember this, you don't need right answer. Examiner don't care about whether your answer is right or wrong or whether you make it. They're only concerned about your fluency, your ability to speak. They only care how well you communicate in English. So there are some strategies if you don't know the answer, how you can admit that you don't know the answer. So if you don't know the answer, admit it politely, but keep speaking. Like you have to say, I haven't thought about it. I think or I believe maybe. That's really an important question. I'm not really sure, but perhaps. You can give your journal opinion instead of facts. You can give your personal opinion as well. Like, for example, if the examiner asks you what kind of traditional food is popular in your country and you don't know what kind of traditional food is popular in your country, you can say, I'm not really sure about it, but I think people usually like spicy dishes like curries because they are a part of our culture. So you have to keep using natural fillers. Like, let me think for a moment. I have never thought about it before, but I think or I believe. So you don't have to stop or don't take long pauses. You have to keep speaking. You have to fill that space with natural fillers. So you don't have to stay silent because it questions your fluency. Okay. And if you say, I don't know, it ends the conversation and it's not good. And also, you don't have to overuse fillers because it sounds unnatural. So you have to keep on speaking. If you don't know the answer, you have to make it. Okay. Don't care about the facts. So I hope you like this video and you have learned something out of it. If you like this video, please tell me in the comments. See you in the next video.